Bay Area man is set to be featured on Animal Planet this week, helping track down a mystery big cat in Wisconsin. It's a story that made national headlines last summer, an African lion on the loose. Bay News 9's Kate McVeigh shares with us a preview of the show.
Here we go, one arm.
Kurt Zuelsdorf owns Kayak Adventures in Gulfport. A fitting name, as the 52-year-old considers himself an adventurer with decades of experience tracking animals in the wild.
Pretty much wherever I go, I find something to track because I'm just so fascinated in how wildlife lives in our own backyard.
So naturally, when a big mystery cat was spotted in his home state of Wisconsin last summer, Kurt was intrigued. Even more so when he heard the rumors that it was an African lion roaming the streets of Milwaukee.
These things, when they get up on their hind legs, they're 10 to 12 feet high. That's gigantic. So the idea of one lurking in your neighborhood really is terrifying.
Kurt decided to head back for a tracking expedition and caught the attention of the popular network Animal Planet.
The 500-mile mantle of sheer rock is a corridor for animals and the predators that feed on them.
Kurt joined an on-camera team and is now set to be featured in the show Urban Predator, Lion on the Loose.
Should we gear it up?
Yes, let's go.
So how did an African lion get loose in a city? Well, Kurt suspects someone may have had the exotic animal as a pet and let it loose. Unfortunately, something we're all too familiar with here in Florida.
Just last week, we told you about a report released by USF detailing studies of 3 Nile crocodiles captured in South Florida over the past few years, an area of the state that is also no stranger to pythons. The snake, native to Southeast Asia, has now slithered its way to the top of the food chain in the Everglades. We caught up with FWC officer James Bogarts, who warns of the dangers that come with setting these exotic pets free.
Non-native species that are released in the wild state of Florida potentially pose a threat to our native wildlife, may displace our native wildlife, taking over their habitats.
Which is why Kurt and his team tried their hardest to track down the Milwaukee mystery cat.
Once we put our boots on the ground and actually started tracking, it was magnificent, a chance of a lifetime for me.
As for whether or not they were able to find it, you'll have to tune in to find out. Kate McVeigh, Bay News 9.
The show featuring our very own Bay Area adventurer is scheduled to air on Animal Planet Friday at 8 p.m.